1. Hey everybody, it's 5 minutes with Seany. Seany can't see this probably, but on the screen I've put, don't watch this, because I want to get your curiosity level up. People so quickly scan by these things, but we're going to talk about some cool stuff today that if you don't have any pain in your life, or you don't know anybody that has pain in your life, you should probably not watch this. But if you do, you need to hear about this guy. So, hey man, I'm glad to be back. I haven't seen you in a while, Sean. I'm glad Jerry called me. And let's get you on the show to help out. So I'm happy to do this. But what I do know is you're reaching a lot of people who really need you. So I want anybody who's thinking of passing this by and moving on, stick around. I've got Sean taking over here now, and he's going to introduce today's special guest.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Bill. It's Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. It's wide open, almost the weekend here. But what's exciting, this is part 2 of one of my best friends in the world, Dr. Adam Torto here. He's a chiropractor who actually I don't know if I'd say invented, but he created what's called the CFR, the cranial facial release, where he actually has been working with me for about a year now. And I'll let him come on screen now and kind of share with you what he does. But in a nutshell, he basically inserts balloons into my nose and opens up the blood and the oxygen into my brain so I can maximize my whole brain. Because as you guys know, I suffered a stroke, and this gentleman here has basically got me back not to being ordinary, but to being extraordinary. And they call me a miracle, but this guy's really the miracle worker. So Dr. Adam, thank you again for joining the show here. Maybe you can kind of give a quick 1-2 on what CFR is and how it works for the everyday person, especially for brain injury, etc.
Well, craniofacial release, it's not a new technique. It's been around since the early 1900s. Basically, it's a technique that incorporates the use of tiny balloons that are inserted in the nose and quickly inflated to open up the breathing passageways and mobilize the bones of the face and cranium. So I need to explain that a little bit. Most people don't realize that the skull is not one solid bone. It's made up of 22 individual bones that actually move every time you inhale, or at least they're supposed to. And what this does is it helps facilitate the flow of cerebral spinal fluid and increase vascular flow, increase venous drainage throughout the brain, which optimizes brain function.
Right. Doctor, okay, if you were to break this down for someone who's just simple, I mean, it's going to help with depression, it's going to help with PTSD, is it going to help with getting functionality back with the body, with the limbs working with the brain?
Yes.
I love you. See, that's so easy. I mean, literally, doctor, what people just don't realize, I think I started with you a year ago. I launched my company, launched my new foundation, launched my blog, Feel Better, Up and Better, Endurance is Higher because of you, brother. This is all because of you. I love everybody. It's the truth. I mean, I probably get it done a lot more than most people because you're so close to me, but it's just like the CFR, the cranial facial release, is so important to anyone sustained a stroke or a brain injury, or anyone who's just feeling down and out. Because what it does, I mean, you kind of explained it. It's just I'm back. I feel amazing. Yeah. Just thank you so much for just doing that.
I've never ceased to being amazed with people and how far they come along with their recovery with this technique. I mean, you were a prime example of that. I mean, you came to me, you were having difficulty walking, talking, you had trouble being in bright lights, hearing loud sounds, especially music. And, every time I cross that bridge where I'm like, well, I don't know about this one, I mean, I don't know how far we're going to be able to help this person. And with this technique, just unlocking all the cranial fixations and allowing the cerebral spinal fluid to flow, you just blossomed. I mean, you're a totally different person.
Dr. Adam, last week, you took me to a lecture where you spoke in Newport Beach in front of 50 or 60 doctors. I didn't get home till 2 a.m. And
I remember that, yeah.
I would never been able to make it past 6 in the evening because my endurance and my brain was just so tired. But, your hands, I mean, the adjustments you give me, the chiropractic work, the nervous system, you were such a blessing. I mean, if you were to give advice to somebody who is in New York or Florida or around the world who suffered a brain injury or stroke, how can they find you? How can they find people who can do this for them and with them?
Well, I mean, again, I didn't invent this technique. It evolved from an earlier form of endonasal cranial adjusting called bilateral nasal specific, which was pioneered by a doctor named Dr. Richard Stover. So there's other doctors out there performing similar techniques. The thing that we do is that we incorporate chiropractic adjusting into the cranial, the advanced cranial procedure, so that we clear everything below the occiput before we even start addressing the cranium. So, because the body is a whole, and you know the brain sits on top of the spinal cord, but that spinal cord is an intricate part of the brain function. So that's the difference between what we do and what they do. So you would look it up on cranialfacialrelease.com. Okay. And then you go to find a doctor. So all the doctors that practice the technique similar to the way I incorporate it would be on that website. But the other names that it goes under is nasal specific, balloon assisted cranial adjusting. I mean, there's various names out there.
Okay,
look it up.
Yeah, doctor, all that's great. Okay, but if someone lives in SoCal like me and they want to come see you, how can they come find you in Burbank?
Dr. Adam J. Del Torto Jr. DCQME. No, I'm in Burbank. Just look up, Dr. Adam Del Torto in Burbank, or look up cranialfacialrelease.com. I'm the founder of that website, so I'll be listed top and center of it.
Amazing, Dr. Adam. Thank you again. Like I said, let me just end with this note. They call me, you're the miracle worker. I'm just the product of your hands on me, and because of you, thank you so much for just being here for me. Not only being a doctor, but just being a really dear friend, and I love you so much, and hopefully you'll come on the show again, and we'll keep doing this together. So thank you.
You're not hard to be a friend of, Sean. You're a good person. I love you, brother.
I love you more, buddy. You take care.
All right, you take care.
Okay,
Thanks for
Billy. I think that kind of wraps up the show. So everybody, thank you for watching 5 Minutes with Seany. Find Dr. Adam soon with Bill and I on the Sean Entin blog. We're going to probably do videos more with him and do an hour-long session with him. He's going to do a whole PowerPoint and show us how this actually works. So if anyone out there is really interested, he's going to come back on the blog. So you can find us at SeanEntin.com, and please share this with 5 Minutes with Seany on your Facebook Live, anywhere you want. Just get your family and friends to tune in. We're here to help you. This is a community. You're not alone. We're together to help everybody. So thank you so much.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Dr. Adam. Okay, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, you take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.